Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, good day to you, depending where you are. In the world, we're doing a nighttime devotion from the devotional Maranatha. The title today, The Violent Earth. Revelation 6, verse 12. I beheld when he had opened the sixth seal, and lo, there was a great earthquake. Prophecy not only foretells the manner and object of Christ's coming, but presents tokens by which men are to know when it is near. The revelator thus describes the first of the signs to precede the second advent. There was a great earthquake, and the sun became black as sackcloth of hair, and the moon became as blood. These signs were witnessed before the opening of the 19th century. In fulfilment of this prophecy, there occurred in the year 1755 the most terrible earthquake that's ever been recorded. Though commonly known as the earthquake of Lisbon, it extended to the greater part of Europe, Africa, and the Americas. It was felt in Greenland and the West Indies, in the island of Madeira, in Norway and Sweden, Great Britain and Ireland. It pervaded an extent of not less than 4 million square miles. In Africa, the shock was almost as severe as it was in Europe. A great part of the Algiers were destroyed, and a short distance from Morocco, a village containing 8 or 10,000 inhabitants got swallowed up. A vast wave swept over the coast of Spain and Africa, engulfing cities and causing great destruction. It was in Spain and Portugal that the shock manifested its extreme violence. At Cadiz, the inflowing wave was said to be 60 feet high. Mountains, some of the largest in Portugal, were impetuously shaken, as it were, from their very foundation. The earthquake happened on a holy day when the churches and the convents were full of people, very few of whom escaped. This from the Encyclopedia Americana. It was, or it has been estimated that 90,000 persons lost their lives on that fatal day. How frequently we hear of earthquakes and tornadoes, of destruction by fire and flood, with great loss of life and property. Apparently, these calamities are capricious outbreaks of disorganized, unregulated forces of nature, wholly beyond the control of man. But in them all, God's purpose may be read. They are among the agencies by which He seeks to arouse men and women to a sense of their danger. That title again, The Violent Earth. So, I beheld, and when he opened the sixth seal, there was a great earthquake. And there was, as it said in 1755, the earthquake of Lisbon, because it seemed the epicenter was Lisbon or it was Portugal, or whatever, where it hit hardest. That did happen, is documented. And it affected, as was said, 400 million square miles. 4 million square miles. And Africa was affected just as much as Europe was. Yes, that did happen. You can look it up. You can do your research on that one. It was very bad. What I would like to say, and I've said this before, in Matthew 24, where the disciples say to Jesus, When will we know? And Jesus said there will be signs. So this isn't about this earthquake. Yes, this was predicted, but this isn't the earthquake. He said there'll be earthquakes in diverse places, and there'll be increase of them. There'll be increase of disasters. Now, nowhere in the Bible does it say natural disasters, as has been alluded to here. Nature has had nothing to do with this. Man has technology. The enemy has gifted man the science of technology to control the weather, to invoke volcanoes and earthquakes, to create weather storms, thunderstorms and lightning and all those kind of stuff. Man has the technology to do all of that. Also, it talks about wildfires. There's nothing wild about them. These fires are very rare, a wildfire, and it'd normally be in the deserts or such places, not where it's quite green. But you will find that where there are areas that they say, as has been done in Maui, in Hawaii, around those islands, there was nothing natural about that at all. That was all what they call DEWs, direct energy weapons. It's all controlled, it's all organized and set up. So you can do your research on that. And when you do your research and start looking into it, you'll start finding videos proving it was all done by technology. Just as an example, I saw a video once of that said wildfire that swept through Maui. Everyone were in their cars trying to escape from that city. So everyone was trapped on this road to come out of the city. Lo and behold, that road was blocked off by the authorities, so no one could get out in their cars. And all those people trapped in their cars were all burned up to a crisp. When you see the video, you see the cars were literally burnt through just to the bare metal. All the tires, everything were burnt out. There was nothing in there other than metal. The seats all burnt out. And then lo and behold, just across the way or from the road, there was a tree still there, fully flourished, not even a tinge of black or ash or anything there. So it wasn't a wildfire at all. That's just my doing my research and my opinion and how I think these things are happening. But that's not to say all of this stuff will always so happen when there'll be when God will send the plagues. That's the stuff that you really need to look out for, and that's still to come. But all of this, yes, it is foretold in the Bible. There's nothing natural about it. Jesus didn't say there'll be natural disasters. He said there will be disasters. And it is all happening. And it's getting worse and worse. The volcanoes, the earthquakes, they're all man-made. So these are signs. They are signs of his soon coming. Don't get me wrong, but they are not natural. Whew, that's my bit on that one. Apparently, these calamities are capricious outbreaks of disorganized, unregulated forces of nature. And this is where they were not aware of all that back then, but now we are. So I hope that helps. I hope you understand that Jesus is coming soon and the signs and prophecies are happening right before our very eyes.